Good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Coffee and Chat with Hallee Bridgeman. I'm so happy you could join me. I have a cup of coffee, so I hope you have a cup of coffee or tea and you have a few minutes while we chat. So, I am live this morning. I'm not always live. Most of the time I pre-record and then I do like uploads to Facebook. And I have reasons behind it. So, I am live this morning. However, I don't know if I can see comments because I did a live video with menu planning for my Hallee the Homemaker group last week, and I never saw any comments, and I had to like seriously dig through the archived video, and I had to kind of break through. I kind of had to hack it to see the comments, and so I apologized if you say something and I can't see you. So, hi Sherry, hi Christina. So happy beginning of week 3 of social distancing in the United States. I can see a comment. Good morning. Yay. Okay. So they must have fixed whatever bug that was. One of the things I think is the problem is that I did this new beta, like everything has changed. It looks like Fisher Price took over Facebook, and I don't like the new interface at all. And I think maybe in the beginning of that interface, live videos were kind of messed up. I don't know. Could be wrong. So, week 3. So the last 2 weeks we've had school, but this week, we have, good morning, Sherry. I got so excited when I saw your name pop up that you were watching. That's awesome. We have a birthday card out for Eleanor for the boys to sign. I'll get in the mail today. So the last 2 weeks the boys have been in school. This week they have spring break. And so this is the week of house projects. Kaylee's home this week, which is really exciting. I don't think she's stayed for longer than like 3 days since we moved here. And so she's here for the entire week. And we're not doing anything. Like usually there's a reason, I have like a sunlight shining right in my eyes. Usually there's like a reason for her to come specifically. Like I have this going on, I have that going on. I need you to watch the boys here. I need you to watch, because she's only 2 hours away, so we see her all the time. But this is just come home, and she came home, and we're here all week, and it's exciting, and I'm very happy. So I have boy rooms to gut, because we've lived here for 4 years. And so, they were 9 and 7 when we moved in, and their rooms were built for 9 and 7-year-olds. And now they're 13 and 11. And that's a huge difference with boys, especially, with size. And so we're getting rid of their furniture and redoing their furniture and doing all these new, but to start off with, we need to kind of take a shovel and gut. So it'll be one of those situations where you have a pile of keep and a pile of throw away and a pile of give away, and it'll be nice. And so the last 2 weeks we've had the NTI, the non-traditional instruction training, and I have enjoyed that very much, mainly because our school system was kind of already geared for it. And so the Google Classroom was not an unfamiliar platform for our kids. I'm trying to get to where the sun is not in your eyes, because it's kind of in mine. Oh, that's worse. That's better. And so the Google Class, so they already understood that interface, and they did a lot of homework in Google Classroom, because they don't have a lot of books in their school to hand out. And so there's things like IXL learning for math, and ways to go through Google Classroom to access books and audiobooks and PDF copies of books. And so there's all these different ways. There's science videos and stuff. So the teachers already knew like that part, that kind of digital instruction, and the boys were really familiar with the digital instruction. And so they had no problem and no learning curve in the non-traditional instruction process. The biggest thing is that their school day was going from 8 to 5. For Scott, 5. For Jeb, like 4. And I didn't mind that all I don't think that they had actually any more work. I think Scott wasn't working any longer. He just, normally he would start work at school, not finish it, bring it home. We would do it at home and he would finish it. And so, that was a normal day. So he's still working until evening on schoolwork. And I think Jeb is like, his elective this quarter for his gifted is, hi Mary from Cambodia. You stay safe. I'm so happy you're here. His elective this quarter is Makerspace. And so Makerspace kind of feeds Jeb's soul. He's our creator. He builds things and takes stuff and puts it together and suddenly has this amazing thing. And so I think that that's part of, why his school day is taking so long, because Makerspace has all these options and he's like, oh, I'll chase that rabbit all day. And I'm really proud of them because after 2 weeks of the NTI, both of them have straight A's. There's been no complaining about school, but I see all these parents on social media saying, I don't know what to do with these kids and all this time. And I'm like, my kids are working 8 to 5. They get 15 minutes in between each class. I give them a break. They have an hour for lunch. I give them that. Hi, Latoya. And so they get all of that, but they get done at 5, and then, it's time for chores, and then it's time for the evening meal, and then it's time, kitchen cleanup, family time, movie night, game night, whatever. And then they go to bed and it's the next day. And so now I'm suddenly faced with like an entire week of boys and no school. And now I get to experience what I've watched all these other parents experience. I'm kind of excited, but I'm upset because a lot of the public places I would have taken them to are closed, like the outdoor recreation. And so, good morning, Kelly. Congratulations, Grandma. So Kaylee and I were talking about her last night. We're so happy for you, and Mackenzie. So I hope that you guys are doing okay. I'm fine. But Greg and I were talking a couple of nights ago. He said that he saw this thing, like having to deal with being with your spouse or I think it was significant other, like all day long, and here's ways to cope and here's ways to do. And that was really interesting to me because it didn't occur to me that someone might not want to be with their spouse all day. So I'm used to being with Greg during the day because the weeks that he's home all day, and two, we get along really well and we really like each other a lot and we enjoy spending time together. And he knows how to let me seek alone time because I'm an introvert and I need to I need to recharge. And so I'll take the dogs for a walk, or I'll go into the kitchen and no one comes with me, or I'll shut my office door, and he doesn't care. He understands. It's like he knows that I need to go recharge. And I know that he needs someone making eye contact with him and talking to him and engaging him. And so we kind of understand how we work that way. And so here's what I would recommend. If you're having a really hard time right now, I would recommend sitting down with your spouse and reading out loud the 5 love languages, because that gives you massive insight into the way that each other think and need to be filled for love. And it gives you some great talking points and conversational points. And that might be something that can encourage you to spend more time together. And I'm also writing 2 articles right now. I'm going to post them on my blog. One is going to be the care and feeding of an introvert during the social distancing time, and also the care and feeding of an extrovert during this social distancing time. Because I know that not everyone is an extreme. I am an extreme. And so I was thinking about just doing the extrovert or the introvert side because that's what I am and I know exactly what to say. But then I thought, well, there's people out there that are extroverts that are dying right now because they don't have people to fill them. And so if you have any idea, if you are an extreme of either one and you can think of something I can add to that article, I would love it if you would give me that information. because I'm doing research and I'm getting ready to write it. But if you might have something, because if it's actually you, you might have something I haven't thought of. So, in the meantime, I'm not writing right now, but I'm not stressed about that because I think that it will happen when God is ready for me to come back to it, and I'm praying about it, and I'm actually working on the Virtues and Valor series because we're redoing the covers and about to do like box sets of the different ones. And so we thought, well, we might as well just go ahead and do like a hard edit on them. And so I am doing that. And hi, Alfreda. It's good to see you. I have taxes I'm working on because I'm still keeping that April 15th deadline in my mind so that I don't mess up and not do it. And I'm having time with my daughter who's home for the whole week, and I'm excited, and the boys and Greg, and so we're having some really quality family time and watching some movies. We have to figure out what we're going to binge watch together as a family. And anyway, it's going to be good. So find someone to bless. Like my friend Sherry, her daughter turns 13 this week, and so she's sad because she can't have a party, and so she's asked her friends online to send her birthday cards, and so I'm gonna have the boys do a birthday card for her today. If you can find someone to bless remotely, to send a gift card or to just send a note, send a birthday card, send a card, something that will brighten someone's day, especially if you know that they're having a hard time with this, I encourage you to do that. Like, try to think of someone you can bless. That's my challenge for you this week. And I will see you next Monday. Thank you for joining me. God bless you.